Okay, there's no easy way to do this. So what I did is I did uh I did a Excel spreadsheet, and I went to the DOS prompt and I typed this information to create the game list. Okay. Beast meaning that. So let me take this out and show you what it looked like. B mean just give me the name, and W mean that if it's too long, make it go sideways. And then it put all this in the now it also put everything plus the file. So you just want to do dot zip, and then that would just show you the zip file. Now this thing, if you notice, is not sorted. So when I open up the text file, the file wasn't sorted. So when I copy it to here, I went and selected all of them, and then I just sorted by alphabet order. Okay, and that's all I did. So I open up the text file and then I sort it. So the way I open it is I view by type, and there's the text file, and I just pretty much open it up, uh, copy everything, and then paste it. And once I paste it, I just select all of them and sort it by alphabet order. Okay, so once it's sorted, then I create a formula here saying delete everything from the left side. So from here it's going to delete. This is going to find the length of this file, and it's going to delete the 4-digit from the left, which is 4 digits. So from here it's going to delete 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go to the left side. Okay, right side means going to go from the front, delete it this way. So that's what I mean. So that's what this formula does. Say starting from the, you're gonna delete to the, if you're looking at the screen, it will be from the left side. Okay, going toward this direction. And so that's what this one does. So you take all the dot zip, that it take all the dot zip out. So there's no zip. Here I went and delete the formula and just pretty much just copy and paste it. Okay. And there was one that I couldn't find, like Disney collection. So I just went and opened up the file, and then I searched the name called the Disney collection, and then I say transparency. So I found this one, and then for boxart I use this one. Okay, so you just search, say, and you type in Megadrive 3D boxart, and that's what I got. Or if you prefer, you could put Sega, put Genesis. Did I spell that right? Okay, but it still show Megadrive. So Genesis didn't have that collection. It just Genesis. Okay, so that's how I got the box art. And how I know the name? Oop, got everything minimized. The way how I know is I don't. So when I saw the Disney, I didn't know what's inside, so I just do right click, 7-zip, open up the archive. Then I find out that's the name. I just copy the name, and You just copy the name, and once you copy it, you just paste it on the here, you know. And when you paste it, it gives you a kind of weird. It gives you this thing you don't need. You don't need this. You don't need the Europe. And you could do it that way. But what I did is I see there's only. So what I did is I moved the in front of it, because that's more of a correct spelling. The name, not the spelling, but the name. And this is what I found. So that's how you do it with the box art. So we don't need this now, and we don't need this one. So we just finished the dull one. We're just going down the list. So this one I believe is a drag. So I'm just going to make this smaller so I could not block the screen. So the next one would be the DR. So I'm going to put DR, drag it up, DRAC, DRAC. Oops, I don't have a drag it up. Yep, I don't have a drag it up. So we'll do the same thing with this one as well. We're going to edit the file, get the correct name. So that's the name. And so there's no really easy way, because the ROM is not something I change the ROM name. If I change the ROM name, I would change it to all three things, the box art and the wheel, but I didn't. So now we have to try to figure out what are those files the physical name is. So I'm going to put Megadrive here. So it's kind of weird name. So that is the drag it up. So it is called a band striker drag it up. So that's the one, but I need the 3D box art. Here it is, found it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save that. The exact same name as that. Control V and change it to PNG. So that's the wheel, and I want the Megadrive. So I'm gonna copy this name, and I'm gonna put it in the 3D box art. So once I run the batch file, I'm gonna grab all of them, and it's going to create that for me. Okay, so drag it is done. Now I need is the title, the wheel. Okay, and there's the title. I can either use this one or this one. Now this one, if you see a checkerboard, that means it's not transparency. So you do want to find one that is more transparency. So that one should be good. Yeah, see, now the transparency show up. So that tell you that that one is a good one to use. Like this one don't have transparency, no checkerboard. But if you click on it, see a checkerboard, then that's the transparency. So this is a good one to have. So I'm going to save that one for the wheel, which is the wheel, and change that to this format, BNG. So now I have that, the wheel and the box art. Okay, so I'm going to minimize that. I don't need that no more, but I do need to put the correct name in here. So that is the names that we are going to physical find the file, and then we're going to rename it. So what this batch file does is, it take the file and the physical file, the BMT, and it's going to make a directory called md contract, and then it's going to rename this file into nor.star, which is going to be png. Okay, so it's going to rename this file, the long name, into here, but at the same time it's going to copy this file into this new folder called md. So once all this is done, we're going to copy all this folder into the image folder. So that's how it created the artwork. Okay, so and that's what this one does. And then the one next to it is doing the sel. So you're going to copy all this, put it into the wheel, and hopefully the wheel have the same name as this one. If the name is not the same, it's not going to work. So I'm hoping the name will be the same. Okay, if not, we will have some of this. We will not have this the same ROM set. Then we will know, we could actually put in the system, then we will know exactly which one's missing artwork. You could do it that way instead of trying to figure out which one you missed. Yeah, you could do that too. Either way, I'm just assuming that the artwork for the box art is the same as the artwork for the wheel. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue with this. So it's a long time consuming. So I'm gonna go to, now this one for sure is a Fast and Fury, not Fast and Fury, but yeah, what a fighting game. Start with a FAT. Try again, FAT. There you go. So this is the name that we want. Copy that. Paste that there. And the next one would be this name. So that would be the second one. And I always create a unique, so in case I need to go back and change something, I will already have this, because I don't want to put like Final Burnout and RK in the same. So I always rename this, so I always have the original one in case I have to go back to it. And I want to save it just in case computer freeze up or something. At least I don't have to redo everything. So it's always a good idea to save once a while, not just keep on doing your stuff. FER. Here you go. Now this one is FERRI, but there. Okay, that's the only one. Okay. So we're gonna copy that. Okay. You know how the formula is already changing whenever it's because it's have something in it. Now this is a fight master. We're gonna type FIG. There you go, found it. And then we're just gonna take that, copy it, and put it in here. There you go. 13. Felix. I don't know if it will find Felix because that's a homebrew game. Fix Felix. FIX. Yeah, I do have one. Good. So copy that. And then next one. So FICK. FL. I think can't see what I'm doing. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. So it's actually FLICK. There you go. Copy that. Now with this one, to play it safe, I think that should be good for now. Because I was thinking instead of using the full name, we could delete the name up to and then just copy everything start with fast and furious dots. I mean star.png. So even if the name is not, if we messed up the name like USA or Korea, like this one have USA Korea, you copy anything start with FAT space FURY, but then that's, you have to redo the formula. But I think it'd be safe to do that. All right. So I'm going to continue and I'm not going to record this, but once I finish and we're going to come back where we're going to copy all this and put it in a batch file. And I'll show you the step how I do that. Okay. But it's always a good idea to have an Excel spreadsheet so you know you put in one here, you can have this, then you know what name, would be the next one. Now this one is FLIK, so it's right there. So actually it's not a Flintstone. See, now I don't know if this is Flintstone or I think it is a Flintstone. I have a T, Flintstone. So to make sure, we could go in and go to go to that file. Now this one did not work, so I'm going to delete that one. Okay. So we're going to open this file to make sure his name is correct because it's abbreviated. Yep, Flintstone. So that's good. All right. So that was the European game, but this is the USA version, which is fine. That's the name of the artwork. So we're going to put it right there. And then Forgotten World right there. So like I said, this artwork, this ROM set was renamed based on, so to find the picture, you have to download all the artwork, all the wheel, and then you have to rename it. And so hopefully I don't have to do this twice, but I have a feeling that I do, because the wheel and the box art might not have the same name. So I'm going to type FROG, Fargo. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video, finish this, and then we're going to continue once I finish getting all the name. Then we're going to run the batch file. Okay, I'm done with putting all the name. I turned out only have 136 because I couldn't find the box art. Some of the like hacking, like Mario and Warrior Land, and I guess maybe some Donkey Kong. I think one Donkey Kong. I went and delete those because I don't have a box art for it. And some of the like King of Fighter, since we already have King of Fighter from the original, from Neo Geo, I did not. So what we did is we just copied this thing over here, and that's the formula. It's just saying copy the S36, and so let's go ahead and copy it first, and then we could talk about the formula. So right now, the main box art is going to be the non-selected. So it's going to show a box art. And this is the 3D box art that I'm going to use here. So I'm going to do, so what I'm going to do is new text file, and I'm going to say copy, or actually copy to a bombs name and rename to NOR. Okay, and these are 136. Now -3, I think, so it'll be 133 because I didn't get the 3 artwork of Ninja Turtle. but I want to test it to make sure it works. So, but if it doesn't work, I'm just going to delete it. Okay. So what this does is, oh, see, like this too. Okay, copy something something. So these two do not work because I did not do. I think this one is a sweater and this is a regular some kind of Ninja Turtle that I don't have. So I'm gonna delete those two. So -2, so 134. So 134 that have box art, the rest of them don't. Okay, so what it does is copying the original box art, is moving to a new directory called MD, that's the ROM name, and is renaming this file into a file called nor. Now before we do that, we need to do a backup. Remember, always do a backup because in case you need the artwork, you want to backup. So I'm going to close that, save that. Okay, and then what we do is you just change that to a batch file, BAT. Okay, and they say yes. Now normally you'll run this, but you want to change the resolution to a smaller size because if you was to open one of this, for example, open this up in a paintbrush, it tell you the size is pretty big. Okay, and this is transparency. You don't want to use this to save it or change size because this will become solid white. You want a transparency. But this is a fast way to open it to tell you this is a 337,530, and we want to shrink it down to a 262, and then uncheck that and put 362. Okay, and by doing that, it takes forever to shrink it to this size. Okay, and then you lose the transparency. You could be solid white. So I have a program that would do this for me. Okay, we are going to run this and shrink the size. So before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and make a backup copy. So I'm going to do copy, and I'm going to create a new folder, and this is the original 3D box art. And my biggest mistake in the past was when I was doing Neo Geo arcade stick, I did not do a backup. So I shrunk everything down small, and then if I want to reuse it, I can. I have to redo the box art again. And so this time I'm playing a little bit smarter, make a backup copy before shrinking the size. So once this is doing that, let me show you. This is not. I want to shrink this one down. Okay. I have a cheat note, and this one actually tell you where to get the program. Okay, where to get the program and all that stuff, and how to install it. And then you guys let me know if you need this file. Let me know. Okay, so what I'm going to do is most of you will probably not do this. Most of you will just do it manually, and you could use another program that actually shrink the size. You could use a lot of paintbrush or any kind of program. So what I'm going to do is I have one section that is for Capcom Retro. Okay, and this is the size I wanted to shrink it to. Okay, so you're going to copy that and paste that. And that's my my little cheat things that I have for all of my box art for Capcom. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is, since I already made a backup copy, I'm going to shrink all the one that not from the original. Sorry, I want to shrink the one from the main folder here. So I'm going to do copy, and it's going to take me to the F drive. So I'm going to open my my DOS program, and I'm going to type F. All right, and then I'm going to change CD space Control V to paste it to that location. For now, I'm in this directory where I have all the boxart PNG. Okay, and there's 957 boxart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the size of it, and I want to see if okay, right here. Okay, now I want to change all the BNC, not just all the PNG. So I'm going to change all that size. So I'm shrinking everything to 262 by 362, and I will shrink everything all at one time, 957 file at one time. Okay, and that will save you a lot of time and headache because you have to do one by one. So this will do everything, keep all the boxart transparency, stay transparency. Okay, so once that's done, then we're going to run that batch file, which we're going to copy everything to and rename it for me. And then I just need to copy that to the image folder. So once that's done, it's going to give me a prompt. So while that is converting, I want to touch this basic, where do I found the 3D box art? Okay, you can find it from Hyperspin, and you could find it from EMU movie. So this is called the emumovie.com. You can find there. Now, the best way to go about it is not go directly to the site. You do a Google search, okay? And what you do is on top you say, okay, I want all the Megadrive, and I want the wheel. I want this, okay, which is the title with the transparency in the back. Mean you can see right through it. Just I don't want a white space. I just want just this title. So you type the word logo. Believe it or not, they don't call it wheel. They don't call it. They call it the logos, like the name of the logos of the game. Then you type that. Once you click enter, it's gonna give you, okay, you wanna the from this site, you could get it from there, or you could get the Japanese version. I don't want Japanese version. And then there's another site where it's the hyperlink. And so I have two Google search, and this one says the same thing, 3D box art. And so I got this one, and there was another one. It's called the hyperlink, and I click on it. It's hyperspin. So you could click on those, and then it will take you to the link. Now the link is you have to log in. Okay, if you do not log in, you have to stay one account. You cannot have two accounts. If you have two accounts, you run into a problem. At first, I was trying to change it to my Google account, but it didn't work, and then they will block you permanent. You don't, and you have to, when you click download, you just have to wait till the download is completed. This one you could download like maximum like 5 gig at a time. And this other one, the hyperlink, is the pain in the neck. You only could download one at a time. Okay. So you just have to Google search it, and so once you decide that you want to download all this, you just click download. This one you only could download one at a time. And when it's finished, then so this is the artwork that I just downloaded recently, and then you just take this and you just highlight the whole thing. There's total of 5 plus the original one, and I just highlight the whole thing using 7-zip, and then let's drag here, and then that is going to download all the physical cartridge of the PlayStation. So let's view this extra large. You can see what is the picture look like. So this is where you get your artwork. Now I wanted to collect the cartridge in case some of like PC game or some of the more hyper spin type, they have artwork and require the cartridge artwork, and they will display on the screen. Uh, the old version, Raspberry Pi 3B plus, there's a called the blue. I forgot the name of the person who created that do require the box art for the. I'm just gonna open one of them because it's taking a long time to refresh. So that's how you get your box art. This is not box art. This is just a cartridge. So I haven't looked at it myself. So this is like the black doesn't look that great viewing like this. But let me see if I can get back to the original one. Okay, this is what it looked like. This is the cartridge of the place, not place, Megadrive. Megadrive, Sega Megadrive. Okay, 16-bit. And that's what the cartridge look like. Now, I was thinking about using cartridge instead of the title, but then they blow it up to the size and it looked funny, so I didn't use it. They actually blow this up to look like this size, and it looked funny, so I didn't use it. All right, so that's how you do the cartridge. All right, is this thing finished yet? No, something went wrong. You say Samsung was warning the hardboard 94 has some problem converting. Okay. Well, that thing is running. Let's do the same thing for the wheel. So I'm going to go to my flash drive, and there's the wheel, and there's the box art. Now the wheel came from a different uh, creator. Like they're not from the box art. The original one I got was from Raspberry Pi, but then I didn't like the 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 title, so I choose this one. And then so I'm not sure the name is going to be exactly. So that's the biggest problem. Okay. So what I'm going to do is highlight all this and do copy, and then make a new folder called the original wheel. And this one do not has as much as the box art. This one only have 337. So paste here because it's a different set. I didn't get it from the same. It's nice to get it from Raspberry Pi because you have the box art and the wheel have the same name. So now whatever one that doesn't have the title, I have to go back and look for it. Okay. All right. So now I have the original and stuff. Now I'm also going to create that text file to get it ready so I can run the program. So I'm going to go ahead, open up the Excel, and this time I'm copying the one next to it. Okay. And I will provide you guys this so you guys could go and fix it. If you need to, the program it take like a couple of thousand games, so you don't have to worry about. If you need to delete, what I did is some of them I forgot I put it doesn't work, or I couldn't find the box art, so I just select the whole thing and then just press right click and it just press delete, and it will delete the whole line. But you want to put your text file here in the first column, and once you do that, it's going to create all that. Then C, on the C area, you just have to type in the exact name, because this is, I don't know what is the physical name. And if you don't know, you could also open it up, from the 7-zip. So my flash drive is right, well, it's not right there, but let me go ahead and do what I was planning to do, is new text file, text document. Okay, and I'm going to say rename, actually copy to a ROMs folder, a single ROM folder, and rename to SEL. And you can have a space if you want to have a space. It's no problem. All right. So here I'm going to just go Control V, and I'm going to look for those two that are Ninja Turtle that we do not have. So I won't create any error. All right. And those are 134. Now, if it doesn't have 134, then I know I'm missing a wheel, and then we could fix that once we pop it in. That's the easiest way, instead of trying to figure out which one which. And then here I'm going to change this to batch file, so it's called BAT. Windows will run it like a command line. Okay. Now before we run this, we're gonna need to shrink all this to the correct size. So we're gonna copy the wheel, and then we're going to run this one. So let's see if this one finished. It did finish. We still have some error. Not gonna worry about it. All right, so I'm going to change this directory to this directory. WHEEL instead of 3D boxart. And then I'm going to run the command. Instead of this 132, we're going to change it to 124. Okay, that's the size that for make it longer. Instead of square looking, it's going to make it longer. Okay, and once that's done, you're going to press enter, and it's going to change the size to it. Now, while that thing is running and changing size, we could now run the batch file. So I want to save that, and I'll give you this one as well. I mean, I got so many crazy stuff. You just want to stay at the Neo Geo. Well, I should have renamed that to. Let's rename that. That's supposed to be Capcom RetroStation. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to be. Okay, and I'm just going to minimize that, and then I'm gonna go to my other folder, which is the 3D boxart. Okay, what location? I'm in F drive. Okay, so I'm gonna run that batch file. I'm gonna view by type, and this need to delete that. Don't need that. Type. Okay, here's my batch file. Copy the ROM name, rename it to NOR 100. Actually, it's 134. 134. Okay, so we're going to run it. If I do everything correctly, it's supposed to create a 134 folder with one file inside. See that? So if I was to view by large icon, you will see that each of these artwork will have one picture inside each of this folder. So once this is done, we're going to copy all that to the flash drive. And then we're going to do the same for what take the longest is getting the right name for each of those ROM, because those ROM have a unique name, and and it's very hard to figure it out because the name is only 8 character long to 9 character long. So it's very hard to figure out what is what. Okay, so the batch file is finished. So if you was to go inside, excuse me. Okay, let's just go into one of this. And right there it say nor.png. So if you was to open that, we're going to check the size, make sure the size is correct. We're going to use Notepad Edit. And there's the box art. And if you look at the bottom right here, where my mouse is moving around the circle, it's 262 by 362. So it's the size that we wanted. So click here, see 262 by 362. So it automatically changed the size for us. So that's great. Okay. Now you notice it's white, but if you was to come here and look at the picture in a bigger, uh, if you click on it, see it doesn't stay white. It is the white is transparency. So this box art is transparency. So when you look at it, you only going to see the box art. You're not going to see the white box around it. Okay. So that one is done. Now what we need to do is do the select, which SEL, which is when you select it, it's going to change it to the title name, okay, or the wheel. All right, so that all this is done. We're just missing the wheel. So we're going to go ahead and take select the. We're going to view in detail, and then we're going to select all the box art. So we're going to do detail. We're not going to choose the original because that's the original box art. We're only going to take the one that we just created. And let's see if we have 134 now. Ooh, we're missing one. We got 133 only. So one of them, some reason, did not copy over. So we're going to have 3 box art that not going. It's going to be missing box art. All right. So we're going to move it over to this side, and we are going to go to the iDrive. Okay, I'm going to do tab and look for my Megadrive, which I am not sure which one is my iDrive. Okay, I think this is the one. All right, here's my iDrive, and I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go to image, and there's nothing there, so I'm going to paste that box art in here, and now we will have box art for the Megadrive. Now we will do the same thing for the Now we're going to do the same thing for the wheel. Going to click on the wheel, and I think the size already finished changing. Yeah, it's finished. I got one error. All right, so we're going to run that batch file. We're going to view by detail. I'm going to sort by type. I don't need this file. Type, and there's my batch file. The select SEL. So we're going to run that, and let's see if we get close to 133, because like I say, I don't know the name is going to be exact same name as the one I'm using. So if it's not, then we are not going to get it. We are going to have an empty folder. Okay. It's going to create the folder, but it's not going to have anything inside. So let's do a quick glance at it. So we're going to view by large icon, and look like they all have artwork inside. See that? They all have a picture inside, so that's great. So that means the name that I picked the artwork, it does match with the name that on the box art. Cool. So let's select that. Select all the way up to the top. And how many we got? 128. Interesting. So only 128. I'm missing a lot. I'm missing, well, actually I'm missing five. Five wheel. It doesn't have, because I say 133. It's supposed to be 134, but 133, one box art is going to be missing. So 133, and so I'm missing five title. So I'll have to write it down which five that I'm missing, and then create those. All right, so I'm going to copy those and put it into that iDrive right here, the flash drive. I'm just going to paste it. So if you was to view this by large icon, there's only one picture in there. See that? So let's view this bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. There's only one picture, but now if I paste this, you're going to see two pictures in each folder. Going to have a title and a box art. But there are going to be five of those that are missing the title. Now what I could do is probably fix this before I put it in, because you could actually tell which one you're missing. Okay. Now the one that are missing the box art, that one I will not know. But here, if you scroll up, you could see that which, like this one, top golf. I'm missing a box art. See that? And Tetrick, I'm missing a box art. So there's two already. So I need to find three more. And this one plus mag is 3. And golden axe 4. And this one 5. Plus this one 6. So I'm missing a 6 box art, which makes sense because the other one didn't have the, okay, 6. This one too. No, there's 2 there. Oh, because this one is kind of light color, so you cannot tell. Yeah, there's 2 in there. All right, so the easiest way is just pop this in, and then you could find out which one. So that's pretty much, that's how you do this. I could provide you the Excel file that I'm using, that I created, and then the link to how to swing this and how to install that, the program. So whenever you go to the way you go to the command prompt, you just type CMD and then just press enter, or just click on command prompt. And then once you open it, you just change to the directory. And if you don't know how to change to the directory, just copy like this, for example. And then just type CD, change, Control V. But you're not in the iDrive, so you cannot see you go change to iDrive. So now we are there. And then we have total of 135 box art. So we do have 135 box art. So that's pretty cool. And all the box art is already renamed to MD Toy Story, so you don't have to like rename it. So that's one thing neat about that, creating a batch file to make things go quicker, and you're able to get the whole set quicker and faster. All right, that's pretty much it. If you have any question, please let me know. We're gonna go check out it from the console, see how it looks, and then let me see. This is the, yeah. Let me do that. So this is the video 3 that we are doing, and the final video I will make sure everything work and then distribute that to you. So if you guys have any special game that you don't see is here that you want to be added, let me know. I know 130, and there's like a lot of game here, but I have to cut back a lot of game just to get this set to work because I can't find a box art. So, all right.